Matthew Stafford has never been considered the best quarterback in the NFL, but make no mistake about it, he is a Hall of Famer.
I'm sure damn proud of Matthew Stafford.
How's it going today, POV fam? Welcome back to Point of View. As always, we appreciate your comments and feedback like this one, so be sure to keep sending them our way. Now to today's topic. Does Matt Stafford have a legitimate case to enter the Pro Football Hall of Fame when he becomes eligible? I know a lot of people would say that should be reserved for those who define an era of the NFL, but I don't think those people are giving Stafford enough credit for the unreal career he's had. And a lot of that has to be because he was on the Detroit Lions, who were hot garbage for so long before the recent resurgence. And because of that, along with the top-notch talent that held Stafford to just 2 Pro Bowls, he's widely looked at as an above-average quarterback and not worthy of a Boston cannon. But if you take a good, hard look at the facts, he's absolutely worthy of an induction. He was drafted first overall in 2009 and only played 13 games through his first 2 seasons, but things really took off from there. From 2011 to 2024, Stafford completed 60% or more of his passes in all but 2 seasons, eclipsed 4,000 passing yards in a season 9 times, and had 2 seasons of 40 or more touchdown throws. He's also put up some big stats in the playoffs, including a Super Bowl victory in 2021 with the Rams, where Stafford racked up nearly 100 completed passes for 1,200 yards in 4 games in that postseason run. And fast forward to today, he's 37 years old and just restructured his contract to stay with the LA Rams, which makes a lot of sense considering he gave the Super Bowl champion Eagles their best fight of the playoffs. So while he's still building his Hall of Fame case and competing for championships, he's also someone that young quarterbacks want to model their game after. And not just any young QBs, but the best of the best like Caleb Williams. Here's Sean McVay's response this past season when asked about Williams' comments on looking up to Stafford.
I think there's a lot of respect for the toughness, the competitiveness of Matthew, the ability to always just kind of stay in the fight, and then, some of the different things in terms of how he's beating you with his ability to be able to manipulate coverage through his eyes, understanding how to try to move defenders that are visual on him to open up and expand windows. There's a lot of respect and reverence for the way that Matthew goes about it from coaches and from players, because they can really appreciate the finer things that maybe go lost unless you're really evaluating and know what's going on from an all-22 perspective. And I would imagine that's probably what Caleb was alluding to when he ended up saying, how much he likes Matthew. He's a fun guy to watch too, and you can see he enjoys playing the game. Those are always good people to emulate, are the people that look like they're having fun and there's a joy with the way that they go about competing and still playing a sport.
I just love hearing McVay talk. And he mentioned something pretty important there that I think a lot of us miss. Stafford has mastered the finer things about being a QB that only those who've played the position at the highest level understand, and that's how he's been able to play so well for so long. Now, of course, stats and his perception around the league aren't the only reasons he's a surefire Hall of Famer, but also how he compares to others already enshrined. Before we get into that, I just want to remind you that we drop POV episodes featuring the most interesting perspective on the sports world, mine, 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm talking the stories you won't get anywhere else, so remember to join the discussion by dropping a comment and hitting that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell so you're always in the know. Now back to Stafford's case. He's already put himself high in the all-time record books in a bunch of categories, including 10th in career passing yards and touchdowns. Comparing those 2 stats to currently enshrined QBs, only 3 have more. In terms of fourth quarter comebacks and average pass yards per game, only Peyton Manning has more. And his 103 passer rating in the playoffs is only behind Bart Starr among Hall of Famers. So yeah, pretty strong case, right? If that's still not enough for you, compare him to Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, and Matt Ryan, all of whom are considered Hall of Fame candidates. If you had to pick one of them to get in that group, Stafford might have the best case when it's all said and done. He's played fewer games than all of those guys and is still adding to his legacy, yet he's first in pass yards per game and will likely lead most, if not all of them, in total passing yards and touchdowns. Stafford may not have the Pro Bowls to match up with those guys, but that honor means less and less by the year, and he's got a championship to his name, unlike Rivers and Ryan. So whether you like it or not, Stafford will join the Hall of Fame as soon as he retires and becomes eligible. He's done plenty to earn it and should be welcomed with open arms. That won't be for a while still after he got his new contract. After the deal got signed, that made Sam Darnold that much more enticing of a free agent. For more on where we think he should sign, check out this past episode of Point of View. And the moment we've been waiting for, here's the answer to today's trivia question. We appreciate you tuning in. We will see you tomorrow.